By 2050, it's predicted that growers will have to produce 70% more food. In order to do this, we must protect our fields from runoff. That will help us maximise our crop productivity. Runoff is water that flows over the land surface because it cannot infiltrate into the topsoil. Runoff is not only a fast pathway to streams and rivers, it also strips the land of soil, leading to soil erosion, and carries nutrients and other agricultural inputs to deposit them in adjacent surface waters. Runoff can happen, for example, when fields receive heavy rainfall in a relatively short period of time, or when fields are saturated and cannot drain. We can distinguish three key types of runoff. The concentration of runoff into discrete channels, which mostly occurs in the fields that are located in the lowest part of the valley. Tramlines, shallow to deep rills and gullies can cause concentrated runoff. Surface runoff occurs when water cannot easily infiltrate at the soil surface. This can happen in fields that have a heavy, clayey soil texture, in fields that have a poor soil structure, or in fields where the soil surface is capped, causing infiltration restriction directly at the soil surface. And finally, subsurface runoff, which occurs when there is a restrictive layer present lower in the soil profile, due to the presence of heavier subsoil layers, plough pans or high groundwater, causing saturation excess lower in the slope. These three types of runoff can occur at the same time. Agricultural runoff is the consequence of a complex mix of factors. Some are related to the landscape, such as field slopes, soil types and the weather. And some are related to crop management, such as cropping patterns, soil cover or the use of farm machinery. Let's have a closer look at the landscape factors that can affect runoff. The texture of the topsoil very much determines how fast water can infiltrate into soil. Soil with good structure is porous, containing friable and fine aggregates. The presence of a clay layer can reduce the amount of water that can infiltrate into soil. Convergent slopes like these increase the likelihood of runoff concentrating into mini streams and tram lines running across the land. Irregular but high intensity rainfall increases the chances of large runoff events, but at times these are hard to predict. In addition to landscape factors, which are often outside our control, runoff can be influenced by the way we manage our crops. Maintaining a continuous soil cover is very important to protect the soil against the direct impact of rainfall that can lead to soil erosion. If our fields become compacted, water cannot infiltrate the soil and may run off. There are several reasons for soil compaction, including the passage of heavy farm machinery on wet soils. Poor farm traffic management can increase the runoff potential. That's why we must have a proper farm traffic management plan. This includes regular checking and maintenance of tyre pressure. Non-inversion tillage can significantly reduce soil disturbance and as such improve overall soil structure, improving trafficability and prevent the loss of organic matter. Managing irrigation is a critical element, especially flood irrigation, because of its impacts on runoff and water contamination. Flood irrigation is still practiced in many parts of the Mediterranean. Agricultural runoff can impact both soil health and the quality of water bodies bordering arable fields. Surface runoff can cause erosion which, if not timely addressed, strip off the top layer of fertile land, with soil ending up in the surface water body. This not only causes sedimentation but can also contaminate the water when farm inputs are carried together with the sediment into ditches and water channels. Preventing agricultural runoff and erosion is essential to maintain healthy, productive and profitable agricultural systems. Syngenta's Agricultural and Best Management Practices tool is a simple farm assessment method that supports the diagnosis of runoff potential from crop fields. It provides advice on the implementation of change practices to mitigate runoff, improve farm sustainability and crop productivity.